welcome to this channel, the teaching show. So as we got up in the morning today, the first news which caught our attention was that India's first uterine transplant baby was born in Pune. Why this was a big news? Because first uterine transplant was done in the whole world on 15 September 2012. Hindu says that the first transplant in the world was done in 2002, so they were a bit off over here. Actually, it was done for the first time in Sweden in 2012. Only 27 such transplants have been done worldwide since then. 11 ladies with uterus transplants had successfully delivered a baby. 9 of them were from Sweden and 2 were from US. So first uterine transplant baby, he was called Vincent and was born in Sweden in 2014. India has become the third country to achieve this medical feat after Sweden and US. Meenakshi from Bharuch, Gujarat became the 12th woman in the world and first in India to deliver a uterine transplant baby. So let's understand first of all what is a uterus. Uterus in common language is also called as womb. So when a sperm fertilizes an egg, an embryo is formed. This embryo then comes and attaches to the uterus walls. Whatever you see over here, these are your uterus walls. So the embryo, it comes and attaches to this uterus wall. Placenta is developed to give nutrition to the fetus. Fetus is the growing baby which is there inside the uterus. The baby grows in the uterus until it is delivered. So it is the uterus where the baby is formed and developed. Okay, so why a uterus transplant is required? Sometimes it happens that a lady is born without a womb, or the womb is removed because of some medical condition, or it may happen that she has a womb but it is non-functioning. So let's see what are these cases. When a lady doesn't have a womb, then this condition is known as absolute uterine infertility or womb factor infertility. In this case, the womb is missing. First case is known as Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser syndrome or MRKH syndrome. 1 in every 5,000 women are born without uterus. So this is a genetic defect. It is present from the birth, so that's why it is known as a congenital defect. So a baby is born without a womb. This is known as MRKH syndrome. So such ladies or such women, they do not have a womb. Another reason can be previous hysterectomy. Hysterectomy can be done in most of the cases when baby is delivered and the bleeding is not stopping. This is known as postpartum hemorrhage. So the bleeding becomes life-threatening and the doctors, in order to stop bleeding, they have to remove the uterus of the lady. So this is known as hysterectomy, where you remove the uterus. 1 in 100 women have their womb removed because of this postpartum hemorrhage. Another reason may be myoma. Myoma are nothing but fibroids. They are abnormal growth in uterus. Sometimes tumors, they may become very large and they can cause severe abdominal pain and heavy periods. In that case, it becomes very uncomfortable for the woman, and it is suggested that hysterectomy is performed in order to remove the uterus. Third reason can be cervical or uterine cancer. In India, the statistics are very grave because 1 woman dies of cervical cancer every 8 minutes in India. So it's really a big concern for Indian women, and the only way out is that the uterus of the lady is removed. According to one statistics, 4 to 6% women in India have undergone hysterectomy. Another case can also be non-functioning womb. So in non-functioning womb, it can be due to intrauterine adhesions. This is known as Asherman syndrome. In this case, due to infection, some scarring takes place in the uterus lining. This then causes the inner walls of the uterus to fuse with each other. So this case is known as Asherman syndrome, and it leads to infertility. Second reason is radiation damage. For example, this happens usually in those patients which have cancer of some type, and they had undergone cancer treatment. As a part of treatment, they were given radiation. This radiation might damage the uterus. So the third is again your myoma, which is because of fibroids. Fourth case is of womb malformation. Usually abnormal uterus, it is formed while the baby was being developed in the womb. So this can again be a congenital deformity. Then fifth reason may be severe adenomyosis. This is the case of enlarged uterus. It is very painful, accompanied with heavy bleeding during periods, and so doctors advise that either womb be removed in acute cases or very severe cases of adenomyosis, or else even if the uterus is not removed, all these 5 conditions, they lead to a womb which is non-functioning. That is, the lady is not able to conceive, or even if she conceives, then the baby doesn't survive. So non-functioning or no womb at all, then it creates mainly 2 major impacts. First, it results in infertility, and the second thing is that it causes adverse effects on the quality of life. There may be damaged relationships or social stigma attached because of the inability to produce a baby. Infertility, there can be 2 options for a lady which has no womb or a non-functioning womb. Either she can go for adoption, or else she can go for a surrogacy where the baby is grown in the womb of another lady. So, but there are various moral, ethical and financial difficulties associated with adoption and surrogacy. So in this case, what was done was, the Meenakshi, who is the lady who has delivered the first baby by uterus transplant, she had Asherman syndrome. In that case, what happened was, she lost 2 babies after full-term pregnancy and underwent 4 abortions. So she contacted these doctors in Pune, where she underwent country's first uterine transplant in May 2017. Uterus was donated by the patient's mother. She received embryo transfer in April, which resulted in pregnancy. After 32 weeks of pregnancy, she delivered a girl on October 18, 2018. Galaxy Hospital Pune has received more than 600 applications for uterine transplant. They have shortlisted 12 candidates and performed operations on 6. So we will congratulate the whole team of doctors and happy parents for delivering India's first uterine transplant baby. For more such news on science and technology, please subscribe to my channel. Please like, comment and share this video. Thank you very much.